Hello everybody and welcome on today's video. Today we are going to talk about this view that you might remember from a previous video where I tried to do something strange with the root because I had a problem with the taper, and I'm kind of curious if something worked. Now it is a little too early to repot this tree, but I'd like to see if the new roots that I want to emerge from the trunk are there. So we'll have a look. So this tree has lots of dead wood, and some of this dead wood was just crossing. So I tried to wire the dead wood. Can you wire dead wood? Well, yes, you can. You have to wrap it in raffia, and so that it stays wet. And then you have to wire it, and as you see, I wired this and these two, and now they're not crossing anymore, so I can keep them, which is nice because I think this is one of the nice features on this tree. So the plastic is the tape is loose here now, and I can easily remove the little pot. I already see there are some little roots emerging, which is very nice, of course. Another few things I have to say is that none of the cuttings rooted last year. I don't think that there is more success this year. None of the air layers made it, so maybe I'll have to try another way to get some extra plants from this tree. So the reason why I'm doing this now is because I don't intend to repot this tree now, but I'd like to fix the roots where they should be, and I mean very close to the trunk, so I will have to guide them again. Because these are very thin young roots, you see, there's quite a lot of it, but are they usable? That's another question. So I'm just continuing to very gently get the soil off. Trying not to damage these roots because, well, I'm gonna need every one of them. Some of these cuttings are green still, so maybe I have a chance that some did well. So as you see, there are some roots here, but not growing in the direction that I would like them to grow, so that's why I'm doing this right now. Does this tree need a repot? I don't think so. And that's why I don't think so. If I move the tree moves, but not all of the soil is moving, and that's a sign that the tree did not fill the pot with roots. So it's not necessary to repot your tree every year, and that's one of the main reasons why I don't fix my trees in the pot, because if you fix it, you cannot see if the roots have filled the pot by just wiggling the tree a little, and you will probably repot too much or don't repot enough. So this is the surgical operation. There's quite a lot of roots, but I don't see if they're of any use because I have to dig a little more, and I'll be back when this is done. So while I was repotting, I found two cuttings with nice roots, which is very fine because I know now that this one has roots too, one big root. I know now that it is possible to take cuttings, and maybe the other just needed a little more time, so the one was still green on them. I'll just plant them in this pot, and the one with the roots, of course. Want to keep these guys, and I can feel that it's starting to rain now, so I'll have to make a run for it and go inside. So these are last year cuttings that did not really make it, but maybe they just need a little more time. So I'm going to cover this up with a little substrate, and the two with the roots, well, that's for sure that they are going to grow. For the other ones we'll see, and probably I just make a few more cuttings. So I've been cleaning and combing the whole structure here, and this is where the foam structure is, and you see there is absolutely no root formation. That does not concern me too much because I know now that cuttings will grow, so it's probably possible to graft these. This is the back of the tree, and strangely on the other side, which is the front of the tree, we have also the foam. It's the yellow things you can see here, but we have tons of roots, really tons, so this is absolutely fantastic. I've been combing them out. That was the whole purpose of this operation, getting these roots in a nice radial pattern so that they will cover up the foam. So you see here clearly this is a piece of foam. I wanted roots there, well I have them now, and in order to have more roots, because I want more roots and not longer roots, I just cut away everything that comes over the pot. So that the roots divide. I'm not cutting away a whole lot, but just enough to push the tree to get more roots and thicker roots there. So I'm asking myself, why do I have a whole lot of roots here and don't I have more roots at the other side? It could very well be because, yeah, I'm just cutting away some of the surface roots, thin ones, because I don't want to repot this tree. Why do I have a whole lot of roots in the front, which is of course very nice, and I don't have a single root in the back? It could be because of the black pot I used, and because this tree was in the sun with this as a front. Maybe the heat just was the reason why I had all these roots here. And because there was no real heat at the other side, well, don't have them there. So there's only one thing to think to do then. You just have to turn the tree on the other to the other side. So I'm just, now that the roots are combed out in the way I want them to grow, I just have to cover it with moss again. And now instead of growing everywhere, these roots are going to grow along the trunk and down. So the moss is basically just there to guide the roots into the in the right direction. So well, here we don't have roots, but anyway, I'm going to cover this part up with moss and make sure that the spot where I want roots to emerge are nicely covered. I'm going to do it this way, so maybe a little higher would help. So I'm going to start to cover this with nice draining substrates. And then put the little plastic pot back, and I'll catch up with you in a second. So the little plastic pot is back now, filled with substrate. And well, I must say I'm very pleased because well, of course I don't have any root on the back, but that's not really a big problem because, well, first of all, it's the back, so it does not matter that much, certainly at this point. But I found out that it's possible to take cuttings, that it works. If I want more, there's no problem because I have a lot of trimming to do at the top of this tree. So probably I will have to do it a little better, take more care of, especially for the aftercare. Maybe put them in some under a plastic bottle or something so they don't dry out. One of the things that makes me, of course, extremely happy is that I have tons of roots where I wanted them at the front, and that I will probably be able to close the horrible wounds and gaps that I have in the front. So yeah, the trick worked, and maybe I'll just have to turn the tree to the other side this year. So this badly illuminated spot concludes the work for today on this view. I give you a quick 360 so you can see that the tree is developing quite nice. I'll have to cut back a whole lot of these long leggy shoots, but I will do that in a month or two when I see the new buds are swelling, and then I know up to what point I can cut back. So yeah, I'm quite happy. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.